side. We even got them commercial hard money loans, residential hard money loans. And if you need a job, officers, bad credit, good credit, we can get you a loan. So there ain't no reason not to invest in a home. Long Beach or Malibu, HML got a loan to make it possible. We don't got no pride when it comes to the money. Yeah, when it comes to the money, I mean, we never had a problem when it came to the money. We hit HML and get stressed. Yeah, I bought a couple brownstones, 54 a quarter, made a hole in one, I renovate another one. I got a penthouse in Tel Aviv, the type of issue you only see on TV. Concierge and private elevators, all about the equity, steady cash flow. We been rich, but we try to make it last though. Trying to hit the first stop.
Good morning, Roz. Good morning. Good morning. When it comes to the money.
Yeah, when it comes to the crime, when it comes to the money.
Good morning, guys. Happy Millionaire Tuesday. We started a little late today because we wanted a lot more viewers. I see that a lot of you don't like to wake up so early in the morning. So I have to follow your pace. So we're starting at 9 o'clock, almost 9 o'clock. You're listening to HML rap song that we just wrote a couple of months ago. And today we will be talking to Razla right here. Raz, my man. And we're going to talk about lending, home lending, residential, commercial, hard money loans, conventional loans, FHA. Let's sit on the couch. What do you think? I think on the couch is going to be more cozy. All right. Raz, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Why you're late this morning?
Traffic.
Everybody has the same excuse.
Same thing, every time, traffic.
Same thing. No more excuses, right?
No more, that's it, we're done.
All right. So I have the main question I have, and I'm sure all of you asking the same questions. Why people can't qualify to mortgages? Why it's so difficult to qualify to mortgages? But you know what? Hold on. Before we're going to start, the reason why we're going to talk a lot about conventional lending today, it's everybody know me and HML Investments as hard money lenders, and we are direct hard money lenders. But for the past year, we've been doing a lot of conventional loans. But we were so busy with conventional loans, we couldn't accept any more loans from other companies. They approached us to get more conventional lending done, and we just couldn't do it. And now we just hired two new processors, and now we're accepting more mortgages, more loans, and that's the reason why I wanted to talk about conventional loans now that I'm more involved. Raz is more involved. Raz is actually the manager of this office. He takes care of everything that's going on in this office, which is the processing, the underwriting, the loan officers, telemarketers, and all the good stuff. So let's go back to our question. Why do you think, Raz, is so difficult to qualify these days for a conventional loan?
Three things: lack of credit, lack of income, or they can't prove their income. They have income, but they can't prove it. And lack of ability to show that they can make payments, meaning asset-wise. They can't show money in the bank, or they have money, but it's not in the bank, or it's in a different account, overseas. But there's always ways to manipulate it. There's always ways. There's our lenders that will do these type of loans, but you have to be very creative and find a way to do it.
Got it. Okay, so why do you think they're being so difficult right now? Because people want to buy homes, and I totally understand real estate agents want to sell their homes, and people, like me and you, we want to live in a house. Why you can't qualify to a mortgage? That's difficult.
The banks are very, 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 I would say, cheap with their money today, because they don't want a repeat of what happened back in 2007, where people were getting into arms and they're doing the pay option arms. I don't know if you guys remember the pay option arms, where people went negative into their homes. They don't want that repeat again. So now they're being very careful. They want to make sure people, it's not about credit. I mean, you could still get a loan even if you have a 580, 600 credit. It's more about paying ability and also job stability.
Would you recommend a buyer that trying to buy a house to get more a conventional loan or maybe FHA loan?
Depends. If they have the money to put down, if they have good credit, I would go conventional because they can save themselves on mortgage insurance. FHA, with FHA, it's a good loan for first-time home buyers if they only have 3% to put down. They have, they don't have a lot of credit history, but they do have the 3%. They can qualify for an FHA loan, even if the credit is not the best credit, to have.
What's the minimum FICO score for FHA?
We have lenders that do 580. I also have lenders that do down to a 550 FHA.
550?
On a purchase, yeah.
Oh, wow. And what kind of rates they're looking at?
Maybe 4.5. It's still in the fours. The rates are a little bit higher with the lower credit.
Okay, so if let's say we live in a perfect world and I have 800 FICO score and making $1 gazillion a year, so I have no problem to qualify, what kind of rates can I look for? 30 years or 15 years? I know it's different.
Yeah, 30 year. Right now the rates, if you have good credit with 20% down, to avoid the mortgage insurance, you're looking at about 3.6 rate, 30-year fixed. 15 year, it's about 3.25 on a 15-year mortgage. But a lot of people opt the 30-year because they don't like to be tied down to a higher payment. I always advise them, if they have extra to put down, just put it towards the principal, and it can be like a 15-year mortgage. You can there's a way to get a 30-year mortgage and also knock it down to 20 if you just make a little bit extra payment towards principal.
Okay, so how much you recommend to actually put
even
towards principal?
$100 every month will knock down your loan by 5 years.
You're kidding me?
Yeah, $100 a month.
I really didn't know that.
Towards principal.
That's really neat.
Towards principal.
Wow.
Anything you put towards principal will lower the term of your rate of the loan.
Oh,
Even
wow.
if it's $50, it helps.
Okay.
If you have extra, put it towards principal.
Okay, now if let's say I'm a buyer right now and I'm looking for a house maybe around $1 million range, or how much income approximately do I need to have on the taxes in order to qualify, just to be safe, on the safe side? Let's say I have a car payment, I have maybe some bills here and there.
How much is
So
the property?
let's say $1 million.
$1 million, okay.
So how much approximately do I need?
$1 million, you're putting 20% down?
Of course.
Okay, 20% down, that's $200,000. So you're financing $800,000. You're probably, income-wise, you're probably gonna need maybe about $15,000, $16,000 in income to show.
A month.
A month, yeah.
A month. So
Maybe a little bit more, depending on if you have car payments, credit card. I would say maybe 18,000.
So how can we recommend them to calculate that, or they just need to talk to a loan officer?
It's best to take loan, but there is a formula. What you do is that it's called the debt ratio, and that's what banks look. That's what banks look at, is your debt ratio. Debt ratio is you take all your debts, add them all up, whatever the minimum payments are, whether your car payment is $500, credit card $25, student loan, whatever you have. You add up all your debt, not the balances, just the minimum payments that you make, and you divide it towards your income, and that's one of your ratios.
So what's the ratio?
It should be, banks like it to be right about 43, 45, but Freddie Mac, if you have good scores, they'll go up to 50. FHA will go up to 55.
55%.
FHA will go up to 55% debt ratio.
Okay. Now a lot of people talking about portfolio lending.
Yeah, that's the portfolio lending is the bank has their own program that they keep, and sometimes they can be a little bit more creative with their financing and their ability to approve the loan. Even if your debt ratio is a little bit higher, they manipulate the system also to make the loan work for them. If they see you have good assets, if they see you have money in the bank, high credit score, and your debt ratio is a little higher, they'll still do a loan for you because they keep the loan.
Nice.
They keep the loan.
Now, a big question that I have, I get a lot of calls, especially from people that approaching us on Google, approximately 10 calls a day, about people that are looking for bank statements loan. Bank statements loan. Does it exist, really?
It does exist. I've seen them. I've done them. But I can tell you one thing. A lot of lenders don't like these loans. They don't close them. So what I recommend, instead of doing the bank statement loan, just do stated income loan, because there is some lenders that are doing stated income. It's the same parameters as bank statements. But basically what it is, you have to have 70% loan to value. You have to be self-employed, And actually, the rate is, I think it's better than a bank statement because the rates on stated income loan, it's 4.75, but it's a 5-year arm or a 7-year arm.
Okay, so when they do stated income, this is verified assets, right?
You have to verify assets, yes.
And how they verify the assets,
Like
what they're
bank
looking for.
statements, bank statement, 401k, IRAs, whatever you have. They want to see at least 6 months of your payments in the bank.
PITI.
PITI, yeah.
Got it.
So it's better than banks. Bank statements, I haven't heard one person ever close a bank statement program, but if anybody out there has closed a bank statement loan, call me, let me know who, because I would love to see who does it, because nobody's done, no, they're doing it, but they're not closing them.
Yeah, I know, we've been together for a while, and we've seen a lot of people coming to us with this bank statements loan, and we went to few lenders that we heard of that do bank statement loan, but we started the process. You remember, like, we started the process, and they can never close these deals. Never.
They find something wrong. I had a borrower with 800 scores. He's got $1 million in his account. He can pay off the loan if he wants to. He's got $1 million in the bank. They just didn't like the loan. I don't know why they didn't like it. They just didn't like it. They wanted 2 appraisals, and then they didn't like the appraisal, and they find this, they find that. It was just a big mess, and my customer said, forget it. And it's a long, tedious drive over here.
Normally what I do, because I just love hard money, I just tell them, just do hard money loan. Forget about it. Because it's easy.
Yeah, hard money is easy, yeah.
Hard money is like the easiest thing to do, the easiest type of loan to do. But a lot of people, they don't know, but we don't really do owner-occupied. Owner-occupied loans for hard money, they exist, but they're very, very difficult because they're highly regulated. And that's why a lot of hard money lenders, they don't want to do owner-occupied loans. And Raz also himself, he gets me a lot of hard money loans, which I love. Why? Because I can close them in 3-4 days, and the only qualification is basically to have equity. Equity is the most important thing in the game. And we don't really look for bank statements. We don't really look for income taxes. We don't really care for that. Most likely your credit is going to be 300, not 500. And we're going to be fine with that too. And that's why I love hard money, and that's why I recommend always hard money. But conventional loans are very difficult. They're very difficult even for me to understand. Even though I've closed, I think, few hundred conventional loans in my career, but that was a long time ago. Since I moved to hard money, I just decided, what, hard money is it for me. I don't want to deal with that. And then I found this guy, Raz. Raz, he's an expert. He was an underwriter for Wells Fargo for 10 years. So the guy knows what he's talking about. And when he came to HML Investments, it was kind of like an upgrade for HML Investments. It was something huge. But we became so busy, and that's why we stopped taking loans. And it's so weird to say that because everybody's hungry for business out there, and we just couldn't take any more business. We close almost 30 loans a month just for conventional. So he just told me, listen, we got to get new processors. If we don't, we can't take any more loans. And eventually we actually got someone, and she's amazing. And I think she's here, right?
I think so.
I just heard her. Let me introduce you guys to Araceli. 1 second. Let's say hello to Araceli. Caballero, caballera.
¿Cómo estás, caballero?
Muy bien, ¿cómo está y tú?
Bien, gracias,
Okay,
caballero.
I want to introduce you to everybody on the Millionaire Tuesday show today.
Hi, everybody.
All right, so this is Araceli. Araceli is a very unique individual, very hard to get along with, but she is amazing. And she's the best addition that happened to the conventional lending business in HML Investments. And now that we're accepting loans and we're talking about conventional lending, we wanted to ask you a question. What do you see the most challenge with people right now that trying to qualify for conventional loans?
There's actually no challenge. The lender just being picky about the files in general. They're just picking all the files, and that's just where we have the challenges. But loan officers are pretty good. They know how to qualify their clients. So on income wise, I think loan officers do an awesome job. It's just the lender that takes forever.
Now, if I'm a loan officer, and how can I prepare the file in the best way so I can get it to you so you can process it really, really fast and send it to the bank and start moving
Well,
forward?
the best way of doing it like that is collect all the information for the client. Give me absolutely everything that you would think I would need for the file, so I could submit it to the lender with all the information. It'll go much faster that way.
Okay. So now you see a lot of problems like when a loan officer comes to you and he doesn't bring you the right information, and then you go to the bank and suddenly the bank give you a lot of conditions.
A whole bunch of conditions,
Yeah.
like way more conditions. It's
And then it
easier,
takes more time.
and it takes longer. When they give me everything on the file, to submit with taxes and everything that is required, the file goes way smoother and it goes faster with the banks as well. And we have limited conditions. We have gotten conditions in a file, like maybe 6 conditions, and that included the appraisal. We could close it like in 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
Yeah. So look, it's very important for you guys, real estate agents that are looking for good loan officers. It's very important to have a good loan officer. Why? Because a solid loan officer, he's going to know already what to look forward from the bank. So if the bank needs to send some conditions, he knows already what the bank going to ask from him. So from day one, he's going to get everything squared away, and he's going to prepare it for Araceli, and the Araceli going to put it together so we can close it just like that.
Faster.
Right?
Yes, faster like that.
Any challenges you see in hard money lending except
No, actually, hard money lender is
Except
one
problem
of
with
the
me.
easiest one, just working with you because you don't do points. That's the only problem. But everything else goes faster. Private loans, we could close them in about a week after escrow and title.
So
It's
which
open.
one you like more? Hard
I
money?
like them both because they're both challenging.
Yeah.
Like your clients are kind of challenging because they don't want to provide you anything. And then with the regular loan officer are challenging because I like working on conditions and working with the loan officer and do it as a team overall.
Got it. And what's your opinion about the FHA loans?
FHA loans are okay for clients that can't afford a big down payment, and it's really good program for them. Rates are lower. The only problem is that the MI, it's included now through the term of the loan. Now you can't remove it from like before every 5 years or 30%. And then you could remove the MI. Now you cannot. That's the only challenge on that part.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. That's news to me too. Thank you, Araceli, so much. I'm not into the conventional lending side. That's Roz's deal right here.
That's it. That's me.
All right. So I want to share with you something. Roz, can you come for a second, please? You guys must check this out. I just found it today. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. All right. So before Roz came here, I was looking on my computer because I'm introducing Roz to all the community here, to the realtors, like one of the best loan officers I've seen in a long, long time, and I worked with a lot of them, and I'm not afraid to say that. Even though I have a lot of loan officers here, he's the best. This guy is number one. So I want to show you a picture that we did in March 2014. That was when Roz kind of like just started in HML, and look at HML. It started in the way it grew. Oh wow, this is Roz right here next to Cami, and all the guys, and this is me and Luis. That was the team and the old office. Whoever followed us for that long, so he remembered. A lot of things changed since then. And why it changed is because we worked hard. And my recommendation for you guys, because you're listening out there for a reason. You want to learn about loans, you want to learn about how to be successful and how to stay motivated and how to grow your business every single day. You got to work hard. You see me, most of you already saw my videos many times, and a lot of you asking me, how do I do that? How do I stay motivated all the time? You gotta keep some kind of like a picture in your head of something that you love, something that you love to do in life, and just dedicate yourself to that goal, to what you love to do. I love to negotiate, I love to do business, I love people in general, and that's why I do a lot of events. And I think that's the reason for our success, for HML investment success. So that's Roz. Raz,
If you need help, agents and brokers, if you need help with any loan scenario, call me or Yanni. We're here to help you guys succeed. The last thing that agents need is to worry about the client getting approved. That's our job. That's my job. That's his job. Araceli's job is to get it done. We get it done. We get work done. We get the files done. We get them to closing. That's our job.
And if you guys need hard money, I'm the guy for hard money. All right? Stay motivated and happy Millionaire Tuesday. I'll see you next week. Have a good day, guys.